I'm Katie of KT Training and Fitness Over 50, and I just want to do a after workout stretch. So quite a few of you who are training clients, this is the routine that I ask you to do after every weight workout. But those of you who do my group classes, if you are looking for a stretch routine to do on your own at home after you've done a walk, after you've been in the garden, or even if you happen to go to the gym on your own, this sort of pretty much covers all the bases. Now, this is a floor stretch, so if you are not capable of going to the floor, I'm pretty sure I already have an in the chair stretch routine on the YouTube channel, so you can feel free to go there. So let's go ahead and begin. You always want to do this stretch after you have done a workout, so your muscles are warm. You wouldn't want to get out of bed and do this full stretch right away. You want to be up and around so that you've gotten sort of the blood flow going into the joints and the muscles. So we'll go ahead here. First thing I'm going to have you do is lie on your back and hug your knees tight. Now I'm going to be sideways here because I want you to see what's going to happen. My knees will come apart a little and I'm going to rock side to side, but I'm moving my knees away from my body. I'm just holding now fingertips. So I'm literally massaging across my tailbone. Then as I start to bring the knees up, it moves a little bit upper butt, then it comes lower back, and then it comes mid back. And I'm just going to do that 2 or 3 times. So I rock and let the knees go away, hitting the lower part of the tailbone, and it's really massaging from your gluteus maximus. You're going from one butt cheek to the other, but then we're also hitting that lower back area and on down. Now, once you've kind of rocked back and forth, I'm in a tight situation here. I would do it lengthwise, but that's not such a great view. So we're going to go ahead. We'll let one leg extend. I'm going to shove up a little here. That what happens when you extend and pull the knee in. This is great if you have any kind of lower back issues. It is a lower back stretch, but what happens on this bottom leg is important. Oftentimes people just get lazy. I want you to flex your foot, push your heel away from you. The reason you do that is it pulls your pelvis so that now your pelvis is in neutral and the hip hasn't rolled up. So in that position, you try to just hug the knee in tightly. You want to go a minimum of 15 seconds. You can go longer, just depends on your own feel. Now I'm going to try to extend this foot up into the ceiling. Remember, the back of the leg is going to be tight for that first stretch, so breathe in deeply. And then as you exhale, hands move to the back of your thigh, you extend the heel up. Now, it's tight, give a little pull, you'll feel the tightness, so breathe in, let the knee come back down to your chest. Then exhale, press the heel back up into the ceiling. You can pull in a little closer. And now I'm going to give those toe circles, so I don't have it, can't see my foot up there, but I'm basically doing a nice point and flex, and then I'm going to go in the other direction. And then if I can, it just depends again on how flexible you are back here. I'm going to move my hand up to my calf, breathe in deeply, and as I exhale, I'm going to let the leg fall away from my body. I'm going to put this arm out to counterbalance it. So there's an inner thigh stretch. We'll come back to it, but this is a great one for your hip as well. And because we're lying flat, it is different than when we sit up. So then we're going to bring the leg back to center. And this is where usually people feel it more. We're going to try to cross the body. It doesn't go very far. You're going to immediately go in, some of you right up the side of the leg. The IT band will get a little bit here. And then we're going to come back to center. I'm going to bend my knee, and we're going to actually do a figure 4 stretch. We do this seated in class often, but I'm going to think about my heel dropping down towards my hip. I can grab hold here, and then my hands on my other knee. I'm going to try to pull the heel towards my shoulder and the knee towards my other shoulder. And then exhale, release. I'm going to inhale, pull, and now I can hold this in. Try to move the knee a little more towards the center of the body or more towards the shoulder. Depending on where you feel tightest in your hip and through your piriformis, that's a muscle group deep in your butt. For some of you, moving the knee closer to the center line of the body, you'll feel that stretch more. For others of you, you may not. I'm come back. And then what we're going to do is bring this back knee up. Let the crook of our knee that we're stretching just hang out right across the leg. I can reach back here and I'm going to just give a tug in. And then as I exhale, I'm going to think, push my hips down into the floor. So I'm pressing against the stretch here. And then let's untangle ourselves. And we're going to let that leg we just stretched go ahead, extend out, hug the other knee in. Now remember, this is an active stretch, so breathe in as you exhale, flex that opposite foot, your straight leg, push that heel away from you, hugging this knee tightly to your chest. You keep pushing the heel away, so we want to keep that hip bone pulled down. We're going to breathe in, reach behind the thigh, extend the heel up into the ceiling. Now I keep my foot flexed here, but if that's too uncomfortable, let it go into a more pointed position. It's absolutely fine. And then we soften the knee, let it come to the chest. If you can slide your hands up, you do. Don't worry if you can't. Inhale, then exhale, press back up into the ceiling, pulling the leg a little closer to your chest. As you inhale, circle inward, usually do about 3, and then exhale, circle outward with the ankle and the toe. And then breathe in, bring that knee down to your chest. And now you're going to take your leg, extend it out away from the body. Remember, let that other arm go down to the floor to counterbalance the leg going out to the side. There's your inner thigh stretch. Keep breathing here, deep inhale. As we exhale, we soften the knee, bring the leg back, center line of your body. And then inhale. And as we exhale, this is the funky one. We're going to try to push across as we extend the leg. And that usually sends odd sensation. Those are those muscles stretching down the side of the leg. It's usually very tight. And then we're going to come back to center, bend the lower leg. And now you go into your what we call figure 4. So your heel comes down towards the opposite shoulder. You can grab hold of the heel of the foot. Hand on the knee, and we try to bring the heel towards the shoulder and then the knee in towards the chest. And exhale, release. Inhale, pull in. We're going to keep the pressure as we exhale. Continue to breathe here. And remember, you can move the knee towards the center line of the body a bit. And for some of you, again, depending on where you're tightest in your hips, you might feel that stretch more, or you might like the knee out by the shoulder. So you can really play with it. Then think, push my hips downward. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to pull up the bottom knee. Let the crook of this leg come right across the thigh. So you're really kind of tight here. And you're going to pull the knees in towards you. So you can just reach up overhead, reach behind the knee. It's wherever's comfortable. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Another deep breath in. And exhale, we're going to uncross. Now I'm going to show you something that some of you might be comfortable doing. Majority of you may not be comfortable doing. It just depends on your flexibility, if you've done yoga, if this is a comfortable move. You have to be very careful. This is something called plow. I love doing this one, but I've been doing this for years and I have lower back issues, and so it is one that's important for me to do. But again, you can just skip this if it's not something you're comfortable with. Your positioning is not on your neck, it's on your shoulder blades as I bring my feet up and over behind my head. My arms are down flat. If you feel like you want to be able to clasp them together, it's a good time to open up the chest as well. And you can just hold here for a few moments. One of the things you can add is moving both feet to one side, then both feet to the other side, and you'll feel that stretch sort of move around through the back. And then back to center. And again, the weight is in my shoulder blades. If you're very flexible through the back, you can then go drop the knees down by your ears. Kind of hang out in that position for a bit. I know it's a strange looking one. And then straighten out. Exhale. So if you skipped the plow, you're coming out of the figure 4 stretch. So you can roll to the side, or those of you comfortable enough, strong enough in your belly, you can rock up to sitting. So it's really your choice there. The point is to come up to sitting. So now we will go into our butterfly stretch. That's where the feet come together. This is a different position for everybody. Your feet might be out here because you're very, very tight. That's fine. If you're a little more flexible through there, the feet come closer. We want the soles of the feet together here. We're going to inhale, sit tall. Now, like many of the stretches that we work on in class, I want you to keep your chin up, your back straight as you exhale and bring your chest towards the soles of your feet. So eyes stay up, the back stays straight. I'm going to breathe in and come up. Now you can, if you prefer, as you exhale and come forward, you can add a little pressure onto the knees. And then inhale, release. And you'll notice I try to hold about 15 seconds, and I usually do 2 or 3 times before I then hold. That allows your muscle to kind of start to feel the stretch. Then you give it a break, kind of fake it out, and go back into the stretch. So this is a key, not just for your groin muscle, your inner thigh muscles, but it's also important lower back as well as through your hips. So we want to have that mobility in through our hips. And then we're going to sit tall, release, and we're going to come around onto our all fours. So if you have any arthritis through your wrists and being in this position bothers your wrists, then you're going to go fists. And when you do your fists, you want to keep the flat part of the upper knuckles. That's what's going to be supporting your body weight. I'm going to line up my knees under my hips. My shoulders are in line with my elbows and my fists. We're going to just do a few cat-cows. So you're going to inhale, tuck your tailbone, round the lower back, then the mid-back, then the upper back. Let your chin tuck under. And then exhale, release. Now, if you're okay arching, you're going to start to pull your tailbone up, let the lower back arch, and then finish by pulling up the chin and the forehead. Now, inhale, tuck with the tailbone, lower back, mid-back, upper back, chin tucks. Exhale. You can just go to a flat back here. Now, I've had a lot of people over the years ask, I can get down, I just can't get up. So, one of the things that's important, this is also for if you would happen to fall, and you first should do a body scan, check that you're okay, that nothing hurts when you move, then you can get up. If you've got a chair or a couch nearby, that's what you want to get towards so that you've got some assistance. Once you've done that, and that might be literally kind of scooching along on the floor depending on the seriousness of the fall. If you have a stronger side, that's the knee that you're going to want to put up in front of you. So when I come onto my hips, I want my stronger leg heel down. This is going to be the knee I'm going to utilize. I'm going to use my arms then to try to lift my hips. Now you might be out here into almost that position we were just in, because now I can put a hand on this leg. If I've got the chair or a couch or bed, you can put the hand there to push up out of the position, and then both feet, hands on thighs, walk your way on up. At this point, I'm going to kneel because I don't think I've got camera vision. We do want to do a chest stretch. So you've got 2 options here. You can just bring the hands behind, knuckles on your tailbone. We do this one in class. Inhale, pull the elbows back, lift your chin, open the chest, and then release. Inhale, pulling back, lift the chin, and then release. And we want to finish out just making sure that we've gotten the chin and the neck muscles, the neck muscles. We're going to breathe in. As you exhale, let your chin drop to your chest. Pull your shoulders down hard out of your ears. Roll the left ear, left shoulder. Then chin back to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Then back to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Back to chest, Right ear, right shoulder. It should loosen up as you go. Chin to chest, breathe in, lift your chin, shoulders roll back and pull down. Breathe in. Exhale, look left. Really pull this opposite shoulder down. You'll feel the stretch down the neck. You breathe in, come center. And look right. Pull that opposite shoulder down. And come back center. Now I'm going to take a quick little pause on it because I want to show you one other option for your chest stretch. So I'll pause this and come